Have you been playing Fallout? If you have, we have an actual list of some things that you may have not known you can do. So without further ado, here is GameRegs bringing you Fallout 4, things you probably didn't know you could do. Number 10. Starting off, did you know that you can get dog meat, a playmate, a best friend for your best friend? I don't know, is that a jealousy thing? Let's not call it that then. Another dog. No, that sounds kind of cheaty as well. Let's just not bother with terminology. There's a guy named Gene wandering around near settlements, around Red Rocket near Sanctuary, or in the suburban area just outside of Diamond City. Now you need to have a fair charisma level when you attempt to buy from him, because he can decide that you're too shifty or perhaps just not worthy of buying a dog from him. He's fairly attached to them and he likes them. And who can blame him? It's after the apocalypse, and frankly, not having a dog sucks, as anybody who is in a dogless post-apocalyptic world can attest to. You can actually buy multiple dogs from him though, if you run into him multiple times. Number 9, did you know that you can assign settlers to beds? Like, for a while I had a problem. I had a lot of random settlers not doing what they were supposed to do by just sleeping in wherever. They'd get in the way, frankly. Other characters had beds and they would sleep in them. Let me tell you, it really helps to have everybody organized and doing, you know, their own specific thing that you want them to do instead of getting in each other's way. So assign them. You don't make rules for no reason. Your settlement can't be anarchy. This is after the apocalypse, right? We need cooperation from everyone if we're gonna get through this. Thanks. Number 8, did you know that you can use HTML as you name weapons in Fallout 4? Now you can't like make blinking text or anything, so don't do that. But you can use bold or italic. So put B or I in brackets, then make sure to make a closing tag with a slash on it. And you too could have vaguely stylized letters, because you never know, like your weapon might be extra good and you just can't stand not having it in italics. I know, believe me, I know. It's something that happens to all of us. Number 7, if you pick a lock and then lock the door again and then pick it again, you'll get experience and you'll keep getting experience. And no, it's not exactly worth a lot of experience or anything. It doesn't make leveling up easy, and I'm not trying to sell this to you as like a useful thing that you can do. I'm letting you know that if you really need that extra like almost no experience to get to the next level, if you're in that situation, pick a lock a few times. It could be kind of convenient, like really slightly, maybe a little bit, a minuscule amount convenient. Number 6, are you annoyed with how loud generators are? Well, I've got some great news for you. You can actually cycle the sounds that they make, and some of them are a bit quieter. Now, this really doesn't improve the game in any way, but if you're annoyed with how loud the generators are when they're all going at the same time, I mean, you might have quite a few of them. It's not absurd to have quite a few of them. But getting annoyed while playing a video game that you like is well, probably the last thing you really want while playing a video game that you like. So if that awful loud engine hum that's borderline lawnmower-esque bugs the shit out of you, turn them on and off a few times and see if you can find a sound that's quieter. You probably can. Number 5, the map's southern border does not stop you at all. You can keep going south beyond the border, and it's a really cool place to go. It's a heavily irradiated area, and it will just absolutely annihilate you if you don't have power armor, raid away or raid X. Even a hazmat suit works, but there are enemies there, and a hazmat suit doesn't really protect much against that. I mean, there's a pretty fair amount of stuff to explore and do down there, and you can get a gamma gun if you look hard enough. But don't go down there unless you're ready for it, because it's called the Glowing Sea. It's where the nuke hit. The story also eventually takes you down there, but there's a lot more to see down there than just that. Number 4, giving settlers any gun except for mini nukes, and one, not more than one, that's right, one 5mm round will give them infinite ammo for that gun. Now, I don't need to tell you why that's awesome. You know that ammo is tough to come by in this game. Not so tough it's impossible, but really it'd be nice. But obviously it's nice to not have to worry about having the settlers being able to protect themselves. And really, once you know this, why on earth would you not do it? That is a much safer settlement. Number 3, if you skip dialogue enough times by pressing the right arrow key on the PC, your character will begin to sigh and actually sometimes speak aloud about how annoying the NPC is, which frankly, that's what we're all thinking sometimes. I mean, this is a huge game with a shitload of people in it. And frankly, I don't want all of them to be my friend. I just don't. Number 2, if the in-game date is December 20 25th, Diamond City is suddenly a little more Christmassy. That's right, Bethesda obviously has the spirit, because Diamond City plus some Christmas lights and Christmas trees is just a lot more festive. Now keep in mind, that does not mean you can set the date on your console to have that. That means the in-game date, when the day inside the game is December 25th, then the tinsel comes out. Something weird, it's nothing like real people, because they take down all the decorations like the day after, instead of leaving it there until it's very obvious that it shouldn't be there anymore. So if anything, you can say that at least the people of Fallout aren't lazy. And finally, number one, when you're building in Fallout 4, and let's say you're wanting to, put together something a little bit more decorative or perhaps not entirely possible. I mean, you can't place floating objects on other objects, or can you? And yes, this is very arbitrary and weird, but still, listen. By attaching items to power armor, you can actually float them just about anywhere that you can get power armor. So if you want to put lights up on like your house and it doesn't allow them in the area you're trying to do it at, figure out some way to place your power armor there and attach them to the power armor. When you move the power armor, the lights that I was talking about will remain where they are. And it works with anything. It's not just lights. I was just thinking about, decorating your house for Christmas because Diamond City has started a competition. They haven't really, I made that up. But it's something cool that you can do that you can really personalize your area with. Technically, it's not something you're supposed to be able to do. Place any item anywhere. Frankly, the red zones are sometimes ridiculous, preventing you from putting objects in places that you, want objects to go. Anyway, have you tried any of these out? Let us know what you did and if it worked for you in the comments. Also, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. We upload new videos every single day of the week, and the best way to see them first is a subscription. As always, we thank you very much for watching this video, and we will see you next time here on GameRanks.